Welcome everybody to Wired and yeah, we're here now. This is the switch. This has happened to you're live. Welcome everybody to Wired and Wednesday. Let me get this mic in front of my face. Wired and Wednesday. We do it every Wednesday. We bring people from the music business or entertainment industry just to answer a lot of questions that you guys have, and to be honest, a lot of questions that I have, because even though I've been doing this for 15 years, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing half the time. So it's an exercise in my own knowledge and hopefully something for you guys to gain a little perspective on. Today we have an old friend of mine, Josh motherfucking Wu-Sang. How the hell are you, dog?
Good, man. Good.
Say,
how you doing?
I'm pretty good. I spent all day uploading some stuff onto the internet that I'm pretty excited about. That's going to be coming out in about a month. So that's about as detailed as I'll get about it. But, hold on to your butts. I got some shit coming y'all's way, which is really exciting for me. It's a new leaf. It's a new chapter for me. So I feel pretty good.
Nice. Like, you're not going to tell us anybody what it is.
Well, it's music.
Singing?
It's music.
Okay.
And it'll be
Not
out.
your OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's only
Okay.
it can only be acquired through my OnlyFans, and it comes attached to a stroking video, but it is music.
Yeah. Hey, that works.
Yeah, I say it's 2021. If the only way that you can listen to my new record is by watching a video of me stroking, then that's how it's going, man.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
Well.
Now, Josh is an old friend of mine. He's been on the scene in Seattle for a really long time, and he is part of the Crocodile, which I would consider my home court. I would say there's probably no me without the Crocodile in Seattle. And Josh runs, what should I call you, head of marketing for?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Josh is head of fucking marketing. He's a marketing genius for the Crocodile. And he's pretty much seen it all come through there, and he's experienced it all, especially in the live show realm. Over how many years do you think?
Shit, I've been at the Croc almost 9 years, and then Rain City stuff previous, like 11 or 12. But I was the same as everybody else, going to shows before that.
Mm-hmm.
Figure out a way to creep in.
Yep.
How
do I get free tickets to this show?
I'm paying for this. I want to be the person denying you free entry.
This is the 47th time I've seen Devin the Dude this year. I'm not fucking paying for the show. How do I get behind the scenes for this one?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure. And I'd go to the goddamn Devin the Dude show right now.
Yeah, me too.
Passed up.
Does he still play I Just Wanna Fuck You like 6 times?
Yeah, man, we had some great Devin the Dude shows. One time he flew a whole ass drone in the venue.
Oh, wow. Like he did with his high ass, or he had like somebody flying it?
He did in the Croc.
Wow.
Yeah, it was legal. We had a production manager sanction it. It was but man, it was before people were really flying drones too. So he flew it out the case around the crowd, had a blunt in his mouth the whole time, landed back in the case. It was amazing.
That's impressive.
I don't know. Yeah, he has a video actually, where he flies a drone and records his video doing it. He's that good. If he wasn't a rapper, he might be like professional drone guy.
Maybe that's how he makes the little bit of side money. He's like Devin the Dude's drone guy. I know a couple rappers gone drone pilot. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm in a group with one of them.
Oh shit. Well, I know who it isn't.
Yeah, me too. Oh, God bless that man.
Trust, I might have seen him this week, and I was in the VOLVO.
That thing's still running.
He ain't flying a drone because the driving's always suspect.
Well, I cannot believe that Volvo is still fucking working.
Oh man, it goes 0 to 50 in,
a week.
in 50, yeah.
Damn.
So,
well, before we get into what I want to talk about, I want to let everybody in the chat know that, like every Wednesday, we're giving away a pair of Astro A10 headphones. You got to be a sub to the channel to be able to enter the raffle, but that's easy enough, especially if you got Amazon Prime, which I feel like every respectable human being does at this point, because we're all too lazy, especially after last year. We ain't paying for that shipping. So fucking let Bezos pay for it. And if you use your Amazon Prime, your sub to the channel is free. And you can sub every month. Bezos will pay for it. He doesn't give a shit. He clearly does not give a shit. So,
and how can you watch Invincible without it?
That's also true. And The Boys, right?
Yeah, and The Boys.
The Boys that's a staple for me.
Have you watched Invincible yet?
Not yet. No, I'm working through some shows real quick, and then I'm gonna get there.
It's fucking great.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
It's upper echelon. It's good.
Was the Wu-Tang show on there?
That was a Showtime.
Then what is it on Hulu? Where did I watch it?
Probably Showtime.
I don't have Showtime.
Yeah, maybe you signed up for the free trial like I did.
Hell no. No, man, once Pornhub hit the scene, I didn't need Showtime anymore or Cinemax.
Well, you're talking about the Wu-Tang, like the show, not the documentary.
No, I'm talking about that fucking, like, the fucking TV show.
Yeah, that was on Hulu.
That was pretty bad.
I can't get down with that.
I try. I mean, let's be fair. I'm going to watch them all. Yeah. I don't know how many seasons they're going to beat into us, but I'm going to watch them all. I'm going to do it.
I'm not a biopic person. I feel like we know what happened with Wu-Tang. I don't like how you.
Yeah, but this is like a whole fake ass story of what happened to Wu-Tang.
Yeah. But like you can't get an actor that's good enough to convince me you're Ghostface. It's not happening.
Who plays Method Man? He did a pretty good job, I'd say. What's his fucking name?
He's fine. There's been a lot of people that have played Method Man. Okay.
Why is it Dom Kennedy? Is that who it is?
No, it's not Dom. But who is it?
It's not Mick Jenkins. It's a fucking rapper. Whatever. Someone's gonna chime in and let us know. By the way,
I can't see this.
Yeah, there's a whole chat of people, so I'll let you know if they start talking shit about you. So far, so good.
Yeah, hey. Yeah, drop the location. You do that.
Give me your address, ho! You ever listen to that weird YouTube video that was like, these guys kept prank calling this dude, and then they would record all his responses, and then they pranked him with his responses, and he got so fucking mad?
Oh.
Dave East, that is who plays Method Man.
Hey, he played the Croc.
Did he?
Yeah, it was a good show. It was right before Dave East was like super popping. Because we thought he was popping, but the ticket sales said he was only kind of popping. But shout out Dave East.
Well, that is a perfect transition. Ticket sales. Shows, live shows. I mean, I don't want to we've had a couple streams where we're talking about where we think live shows are going to go and how much last year sucked. And yada yada yada. And I think we don't need to really talk about that shit anymore because we all get it. 2020 sucked. We're still getting our fucking dicks punched in 2021, and who knows, maybe by 2022 we can fuck around and have some live shows again. But that's not going to change no matter how many conversations we have about it. At this point, it just gets redundant. But I would like to talk about, especially if there's like artists in the stream here or just anybody, you know, that will reference this video later, kind of the etiquette and the world of live shows. And now you bringing up ticket sales, like I've always felt that it's kind of like an educated gamble, right? You never really know what someone's going to bring unless it's like a fucking sure shot. And then there's the fucking people that you can't believe sell it out all the time. You know, like shit like the Devin the Dude shows. Dude come through 6 times a year and it's going to be the same people and they don't care and it'll just sell out every time. Over your let's just talk about your duration at the Crocodile. Like, how has your views changed? Like coming in as, you know, I would, and for lack of a better term, let's say kind of like a wide-eyed like music fan, to now
Right.
on the other side of the veil. You've been doing this for 9 years. You've worked with all of these artists. You're able to look at it for face value and determine whether or not something is worth it to come to the Crocodile.
So I guess my overview on shows changed because you just when you buy a ticket and you show up, man, you take it for granted, like how much, and you know this, you know, but how much work goes into it behind the scenes and how much preparation and how many things, like it's just chaotic, right? And then the goal is to make sure everything falls into place right as
Yeah.
the performance is going to go on so it looks seamless to everybody else. But it's, you know, it's a lot of work and there's a lot of wins and there's a lot of losses. It's, you know, it's kind of like, it's like a baseball reference, man. Like if you're batting, you know, over 300 in baseball, you're a successful. You're really only going 1 for 3 or 1 for 4 every time. And that's kind of how booking shows is,
Yeah.
you know, like,
I think that's really important for people to know because I think that they think that it's a fucking like money-making success. You know, they look at some of these venues and they're like, damn, whoever owns that got to be rich. Or they're like, oh, these people are fucking doing sold out shows every night, or there's this and that and that. And I think it's important to know, especially from what you just said, like that's not the case. And sometimes these venues lose money just so they can fuck around and make money tomorrow.
All the time, right? And you know, and there's like important things to us at the venue. Like we want to see certain artists.
Yeah.
And you know, like as someone who doesn't do the booking but who dives more into the hip hop side, it was kind of always a joke where if I was super hyped on the show, there was a good chance it was going to lose money. You know, we're bringing in older rappers and you know, backpack stuff, and whereas, you know, some shows that might have done 500 tickets back in the day aren't quite doing that. You know, people you toured with or whatnot. That doesn't mean I don't want to see them.
Yeah.
You know, and I bet the last Devin the Dude show that was in Seattle didn't sell out. And you know, has he finally reached that place? Probably not. It was just a Tuesday, you know, so it's hard to gauge.
Yeah, I mean, it's always hard to get, like, especially like on the other side, like as the artist, like I've toured where we go through, you know, one time on tour and it's, you know, it's gangbusters. It's, you know, sweat dripping from the ceiling, nuts to butts, like, and then you come back a year later and it's, you know, you're half cap in the room. And it's like,
right.
You feel bad because my guarantee is based off of what I did last time. So, and it's probably more, you know, it's like, well, yo, I packed this place out last time. If I'm going to go to this place again, I want a little bit more money. And then you get there and it's like half the people on a bigger ticket price. Like everyone's just losing money except for me. And then I feel like I lost the opportunity to have that in the pocket again, or I gotta like, I don't know. And I know that it's not always taken that personal, but I do feel shitty sometimes when that happens.
Well, yeah, we know you do, and like not everybody does.
Oh, hell no. Majority of the people don't give a fuck. I've toured with people that will knuckle up on a motherfucker over $10. Like,
right.
And that's kind of never been the motto with us. But I also, like, I understand because most of my friends are venue employees. I hired venue employees. Like, I'm surrounded by venue people. So I think it would be terrible if, they come back from tour and it's like, man, that guy fucking takes advantage of everyone. And, like, that'd be awful. And then nobody wants you back and you can never tour again.
Yeah, and I always point to, we did a few shows with Cameron, Cameron is one of those New York rappers where people think he's like the grittiest, like, and he is, it's fucking Cam. He's on Fox News talking shit and doing all this stuff.
And became like a pop culture, like Dipset became like they were memes before there were memes,
Right. Yeah, the You Mad and all that. But we did a couple shows with Cam, and we did a show with Cam in Portland, and it just didn't do well for whatever reason. And of all the people, like, this man was genuinely like, I'm sorry that this didn't do well, and I'm going to take less money.
Damn.
Like, we didn't offer it. We offered it. And then literally gave me his Dipset shirt off his back, which was like sweaty and gross and kind of fucked up. But I wanted it. And
I never washed it since, and I sleep with it every night.
Exactly. But, that kind of thing, like, restored our faith in the rap game. Like, wow. And then we brought him back out, and the show did better. But
yeah,
he didn't have to do that, and a lot of people just don't even care or blame the venue.
That's actually a really great story, and not where I thought that story was gonna go at all. And so anybody listening, make sure you go and like run up some numbers on some Cameron songs real quick. Fucking, that's super dope.
Man, him and his manager, like, just both, kind of rode for the people that brought them out to the Northwest. And the first Cameron show we did was probably over legal capacity, how many people like squeezed in, but it was just like that popping, everybody wanted to be there. And it was one of those Seattle nights. So he kind of remembered that and was like, hey, also we shouldn't be doing shows in Portland, maybe. I don't know. So
yeah, do you think it was just because that's not really your guys' home court? Like, should you have passed it off to somebody like Mike Thrasher or whoever's like doing shit like that down there?
We were getting, we were getting help from everybody, and I just think that Portland went through a weird time of the Portland hip hop police, and shows were getting broken up, and you probably heard about some of that. And Portland's always just had a kind of a struggle in that realm.
Yeah.
It has great rap artists though.
That is true.
And
shout out to Sand People. That was
shout
shit.
Out, bro. So many new, Vinny Dwayne or Mike Capes. Like, there's like,
I don't know anything about these dudes.
Portland, yeah. So, and Cool Nuts.
Who's been doing it? King Cool Nuts. Shout out Cool Nuts. God damn, that's the name I haven't heard in a long time.
And Cool Nuts is still making good music. So I think he's actually making better music personally.
No shit. That guy's been on the scene since before I started.
For sure. And he's kind of the ambassador of that town.
What was back in the Shapeshifters? No, that was LA.
Yeah.
What, there was a group out of Portland.
I know who you're thinking of, and I can't.
They had a song with like, they sampled like a kid's record, about like a pirate, like a skeleton pirate, and it was kind of fucking sick.
Oh man, I bet like Henri could tell us right now.
Oh yeah, it's gonna fucking happen. It's gonna pop into my head.
That was probably one of the last shows you played was Portland.
Yeah, it was
before
it
really hit the fan.
Portland, Vancouver, and Spokane, and then home. And we had to play Spokane at half cap, I believe. And we played the last show at one of the two venues. We only played 6 shows on that fucking tour before COVID happened. Lifesavers.
Lifesavers, yeah.
Yes, Colin, coming through. So we only played 6 shows or 8 shows on that tour, and 2 of the venues that we played are out of business now.
Shit,
and
man.
I haven't even checked to know how many was on the actual roster of the tour that were out of business, but 2 out of 8, which was Spokane and Reno.
Shit, you were the last show I saw at the Croc. Oh.
Yeah, I mean it happened fucking right after.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
Speaking of all that was like, I was worried that all my favorite places, not just venues, but promoters and shit, like people that I've been fucking with for years. I was worried that all these people would be done, and my career and my business as I knew it would be completely different when the smoke settled from this. And you guys at the Crocodile posted a thing that you guys were closing the doors. And before I like read the article about it, I was distraught. I was like, what? I was like, no, I gotta go back to school. I gotta do all this other shit. Like, it was like a life. And then I ended up reading the article and being like, oh, they're actually leveling up during this whole entire thing. Yeah, but still, a level up. That's a huge win for Seattle. Like,
for sure.
And without like disclosing anything more than you want to about the new Crocodile, I think the new Crocodile that is coming, when once it gets built and staffed and everything like that, is going to be the tightest venue in the Northwest. Like hands down, it's gonna be like a fucking staple, an epicenter, which is just something we don't have. Like we have the Showbox, which is great, but it's one-dimensional to a degree, because you guys are about to be so much more.
We don't know how long we have the Showbox.
That's also true.
They were part of getting, removed from that space before COVID. So
yeah, people have been trying to put condos there for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, we being at venues, we did all. I was going to those city hall things to save the Showbox, because even though they're kind of our competitors, those are our people. But more than anything, like, we love going to shows. We don't want any of the venues to go away.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going to happen with them, but I hope something happens, because that place is amazing.
I would take anyone that came to Seattle and if an artist that they like was in town and they were playing the Showbox, I would make it a priority to go. I think it's one of those epic venues that, I mean, it sounds amazing, it looks super classic, and it's one of those rooms, not to put as heavy a note on it, but like First Ave, when you go in there and you're just like, whoa, so many artists have played here, so many careers have been made here. It is the leap. It's the spot that you are at before you jump into like way bigger venues. So the artists that you've seen there, a lot of the time, they're either ramping down their careers or they're ramping up their careers. And it's the last time you're going to see them play a room that size. And I think it's fucking wonderful. I've seen some epic shows there.
Yeah. I mean, you probably played some epic shows there. Hey, remember the Ice Cube show?
Hell yeah. Man, I still talk about that Ice Cube show. I like I can't believe like I look back at it and I can't believe I wasn't more nervous. Just because I mean, it would have been weirder if it was just me playing. It made more sense that it was greater than playing the show, and then I got to like be in the back and like play the instruments and do all that shit. And it was tight, but I remember watching that fucking Ice Cube show and just feeling like,
Bro,
that's so sick.
He killed it. And like, Cube went through his political shit there for a sec.
Mm-hmm.
I see what he was trying to do, and man, I'll always support Ice Cube.
Yeah, absolutely.
They got this new project coming out, Mount Westmore. It's like E40 and Short and Snoop and Cube and.
Oh wow.
I mean, is it too late? I don't think so. I think it'll be good.
It's pretty fucking late, but you know what? It's the old heads that are gonna go scoop up and buy that shit, and there's still a lot of old heads left.
Yeah, we out here.
Yeah, hell yeah. And you know what? Chances are I'm gonna hear about that record dropping way quicker than I am gonna hear about like the Lil Mosey record or something like that coming out. Just because my ear's not to that ground.
Yeah, man, Lil Mosey. Whoo! You want to talk about numbers? Have you looked at? I just started diving down his Spotify catalog the other day.
I mean, the kid's huge, right?
I mean, 880 million listens for that song for Blueberry Faygo.
Yeah,
that is insane.
Yeah, and he's 19 years old.
And he didn't play any shows in Seattle ever.
He's not even from Seattle. Isn't he from Montlake Terrace?
Yeah, well, so is Jake One. Shout out Jake.
425, Jake. Shit.
Montlake Terrace ain't that far though. It's 20 minutes away.
Hey, I'm Jake all day. But if Lil Mosey wants to claim 206,
yeah,
he's got to register to vote. The 206.
I mean, I don't think he doesn't need to claim anything. He's whatever area code's on his, bank deposit slip. I don't think he gives two shits at this point.
Man, didn't he I remember when he first came out, he pissed off like Raz Simone and all those cats because he was like, ain't nobody's doing it out of Seattle. There's just nobody. There's just me. That's it.
Right.
I'm the only one to ever come out of Seattle. And everyone's like, who the fuck are you? Also, what? And if we're gonna play that card, as much as like it's corny to say, wouldn't at least Macklemore come onto that list? At least.
I mean, I mean, he's an idiot. And he's facing his own stuff he got going on right now.
Yeah, he's got some charges he's facing. I saw that shit, so.
But, hopefully that gets squared away for whoever.
Yeah. Well, young kids with a lot of money. I mean, and just, I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, who knows? Exactly.
We're going to steer away from that. Y'all can read about that if you want. But yeah, it looks like he might be facing a little bit of trouble. But yeah, you back to the Crocodile. You guys are leveling up after the hardest year on the music industry, probably since the Roaring 20s or whatever. I
think it was that bad then.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about a lot more money right now, a lot more exposure, a lot more money. It's just a completely different fucking time. And yeah, it was a dark, ominous year, but you guys are leveling up. Do you want to talk about that at all?
Yeah, I mean, I do think that it's a blessing. We love the Croc. We love our old venue, and besides Showbox, the Croc was my favorite place to see a show. We're just small, but big enough that you felt like when you were seeing some shit there that was either on the way up or on the way down, that like this was you were part of something special. And I think even though we're getting bigger, the new Croc is really going to have that element. The showroom is going to be, more people. It's going to be dope. I can't tell you what the design is or anything, but it's going to be, you're going to walk in and think, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And we're with the rest of it. We have a smaller venue downstairs. We still have the theater that they used to show drinks in the movies at the Big Picture. That was part of El Gaucho.
Mm-hmm.
We have a hotel upstairs. So you can have a full, restaurant. We're having multiple bars. So it's going to be pretty insane. It's going to be like the one-stop shop.
So it's just to run that back. You guys went from a venue with a pizza oven to being
right about 500 people capacity.
500 cap venue
right.
to now 2 showrooms, a restaurant, a hotel room,
about 750,
and a movie theater.
Yeah. So showroom 750, smaller venue 300, theater seated is about 100 seats, fully seated already. Podcast, comedy, movie stuff, anything, video premieres, artists. There's just endless potential.
Yeah.
And then bar up top, that's going to be a street side bar, along with the bar that's going to be located down in the lower venue area, and then the hotel. So it's crazy.
Imagine coming to Paw Print, right? Let's say you live in California, because we had a lot of people come from out of state to Paw Print. So
Which is crazy.
Let's say you're coming from California, you're coming to Paw Print, you're like, what am I do? Where do I go? You can stay at the Crocodile. You can get a hotel room at the fucking Crocodile, which is nuts. Do you think you guys are going to sell tickets with hotel rooms, or are you going to operate separately?
I think down the road, we're going to dive into that. There's so much show malarkey going on right now with trying to figure out reschedules and tour dates and stuff. But I think there'll be a package that's involved that includes, your ticket and hotel. We're talking about, multi-room tickets. Everything's kind of in play. There might be like a Greaves and Friends night where there's a show upstairs. There's a show downstairs. Colin's DJing in the back. Or
Colin's making pizzas in the kitchen.
Yeah. Back making pizzas. And then, and you can just bounce around everywhere. So
that would be sick.
It's going to be tight.
It would be a organizational nightmare, but sick.
Oh, yeah.
But that's what Colin's for. He'll figure it out.
We're going to be cutting people off left and right. So,
damn, that's really fucking cool. And like, I try to think of the venues that I've been to on tour that were kind of like a multi-room, all-encompassing place. And there's the Hotel Congress in Tucson, but it's only one venue, 2 bars, a restaurant, and then the hotel, which is fucking great. But it's a small venue. It's like 350 cap or something like that. I guess 3 bars if you count the bar in the venue. But other than that, you're looking at like House of Blues or something like that, but no hotel. And maybe a restaurant, but a whack one. So
yeah, like Hard Rock Vegas or something.
Exactly, which I don't even think is there anymore.
But yeah, it might not be.
Yeah, I think we played one of the last shows there on the Chris Webby tour. But
or even, think of like, Jupiter and Doug Fir, where you can, it's kind of, the hotel's there, but I don't think they necessarily, you don't have to do one or the other at the same time
They
at
don't
all.
put that foot forward, yeah.
So
as a touring artist, to me, that sounds like heaven. Like, I don't have to go anywhere. I once the bus pulls up or the van parks, I'm there. My hotel room is upstairs. There's a restaurant there. There's a venue. There's a smaller venue with another show going on. So I could go to a different fucking show and like not see the show that I've seen, 27 times in a row.
yeah,
Or I could just go up to my hotel room until I have to play. Like, so many.
for sure. And we're working on the day room concept for artists.
Yeah.
So not necessarily your green room, but an actual day room.
You can shower and shave and
Shower. It's not the spot just to throw your stuff, and you can actually chill and do some stuff. And our green rooms are going to be 1,000% nicer and bigger, and they're going to have all the amenities.
yeah. And you won't have to have painted over that giant dick cactus that Prof drew, that no matter how much you paint over it, you can kind of just still tell that there was a gigantic dick cactus there.
No, it was the cactus.
The cactus. The cactus.
Yeah, we're hoping with a nice green room, maybe people won't draw dicks on the wall, but it's only a matter of time.
I've been in spotless green rooms.
They painted that shit the day before you showed up.
Hell no. Why would you do it before we show up? You paint it after we leave.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been in spotless green rooms. I think kind of almost the precedent to like, the bathrooms at the Crocodile were so incredibly fucking clean. Like
tile. It's hard to graffiti tile.
A shitty bathroom, people treat it shitty.
Right.
A shitty green room, people will treat it shitty. If they walk in and everything's nice and in order, and like, I've noticed, like, especially with like House of Blues shit, like hospitality people are always coming in and checking in on you and being like, hey, are you good? Do you need anything else? You need more salsa for your chips, or do you need some more chips for your salsa? Like, how's it going to go? And that kind of keeps people from doing fuck shit, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
And if it's clean and somebody writes on the wall and you get there at the end of the day, you know who the fuck did it. So you're going to be like, hey, Devin the dude.
We've had fools tag their, it's always the opener.
Always the opener.
Tag their name on the fresh wall and then have the nerve to ask, man, I'd love to open some more shows.
Hey, there does become a point, though, where you start seeing the headliners' names on there, and I'm like, it's cool to write my name on this drain pipe now.
For sure. Our green room, the green rooms got changed since the original green room. And there was someone signed on the low wood banister thing, Kurt Cobain. Who knows when they did it? Maybe close to the opening, but everybody thought that was original Kurt Cobain signature. So you'd see it pop up on Instagram all the time or something, and I'm probably gonna sign that again.
you totally shouldn't be like, no, he totally fucking played here.
Yeah, no, but the space we're moving into, they did shows there at some point.
Yeah,
in the 90s. Apparently, Korn played there.
I never listened to new metal, so it just Korn
was just metal then. They weren't even new metal.
Korn could come to town right now, and I wouldn't even know.
Well, we're probably gonna bring him back, hopefully.
Be like, hey, you guys played El Gaucho. I have no clue under what circumstance you did, but we have maintained the space, or we have procured the space.
Korn's selling out Red Rocks.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But doing like techno metal.
Radiohead played there?
Radiohead.
At the Gaucho? What was, I mean, it was called something different.
Taylor's Union.
Whoa.
Who's telling us these facts?
G. Wholesome.
Oh, Shayna.
Oh, Shayna. Hey, Shayna. I think we have Shayna next week.
Shayna, you want to be a guest on the show?
See you next week, Shayna. I believe. I promise we'll talk about something different.
Yeah.
There's a baby smiling at me right now.
Do you do baby guest appearances on here?
Yeah, you want a baby guest appearance? Come here. Come here, big guy. Come on. Come on. Oh. Look at this guy.
Oh!
Yeah, he's a big dude right now.
Wow.
You just want to look at the mic? There he is. Oh, he just hit the... And we're back. Sorry, he hit the transition scenes button.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Young editor.
Good job, dude. You and Shannon need to come meet this guy.
We're in. Bro.
Yeah.
What's up?
We made a human being, man.
Man.
Oh. We made a human being. He's here.
That's amazing. So he has to be, let's see. He was an August baby, right?
September.
Oh. Early? September what?
Slug's birthday. He was born on Sep 7.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And he called it too. He's like, that baby's going to be born on the 7th. So did Jaybird. I was like, come on, man. Let my kid have his own identity here.
Yeah, that's kind of strange, actually. Huh.
Yeah, he was born on Labor Day, which is super ironic and the dad joke of the century, but... Lady wants us to know that it's a mom joke, not a dad joke. Yeah. I did not have to labor.
But you were there.
Oh, I was there like a motherfucker. Absolutely.
That was probably hard.
I was actively there. I wasn't like sitting on the couch crushing Bud Lights going, is he here yet? That's for the next one.
Did you get that? I've had some buddies that have had like my homie on his third kid passed out.
No, not me.
His wife give birth. The third one.
I could see passing out because you're so goddamn tired. Because I was active. I was like the doula. Because we gave birth in the middle of COVID. So we couldn't have anyone else in the room. It was either she could have a doula, but I couldn't be there. So it was me. I doulaed it up, man. I was squeezing hips. I was rubbing shoulders. I was fucking I was crunching legs and heads together. It was crazy.
How long was this?
10 hours.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah, I thought my arm was going to fall off. And she was squeezing my hands so goddamn hard, I thought they were going to break. It was crazy.
I'm glad you made it through.
It
sounded like a trying time.
Dude, when I came out of it, I was like, that's the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen some crazy shit. But that tops everything. Shout outs to my lady for going through the most impossible looking thing I've ever seen a human do. No pain medication either.
Oh.
No, she raw dog, dude. She went raw dog.
Wow. So that's the second time then.
Yeah.
That's
clearly. Yeah, that was amazing. Where's my nephew at, dog?
Man, I ain't having no kids. No kids.
All right, you can just watch mine.
And there's plenty of kids out there.
There's a lot of kids out there.
And like, who knows? There's going to be limited resources at some point. Just try to
think about how many hip hop lyrics your kid would know.
I've thought about that. Like, where do I hand down all this crap that I have? you know. But then I thought, I bet that 4-year-old kid breaks one of my bobbleheads. And
Oh, yeah. You got to put that shit on the high shelf, dog.
there's family that has kids. We're good.
Well, you can always you can watch Little Man anytime you want. Once he's walking and talking and squawking, and we can be like, don't grab his bobbleheads. We'll just send him over to your spot.
Yep. Melly was on here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, right before I left.
Yeah, she has a kid that we get to go hang out with, and
hey, other people's kids are the shit because you just get to show up and be like, "What's up?" and then leave. When that energy turns into tiredness, you're like, "Oh shit, I gotta go."
Oh man, and when the kids get a little bit older, and you get to give them candy, and then the parents have to deal with them running around later, and you're just
not you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Voodoo Child gifting out a tier 1 sub to Miss Voodoo. I believe these two might be having intercourse with each other, considering the fact that they both have voodoo in their name. Yeah, I think they're doing it. I think they're doing it there, Josh. Shout outs to Voodoo Child for gifting a sub to their boo thing.
What you drinking on today?
Man, I got a little bit of Fernet in here.
Ooh.
The sun's still out, so I don't want to be hitting it too hard. But yeah, I got a little Fernet in here.
Nice. Well,
my bartending game has gotten a lot better.
As in, it's just not straight booze?
It's not just straight Jameson out the bottle anymore. No. Yeah. Actually, I don't have Jameson in the house at all.
That's probably good.
I got Kirkland's Signature Select Irish whiskey that comes in a half-gallon jug, and you pour that into a decanter, and you tell people that's your good shit when they come over, and they're like, what do you got? And you know that they don't know or care, and then it's just in a big glass, and you're like, oh, this is my, this is what I sip on. And then they're like, this is great. What is this? And you're like, don't worry about it.
Is it pretty good?
I call it Jameson Light. Because it is, man. Shit's fucking Jameson Light. At this point, you might as well.
Yo, Kirkland be making pretty amazing products.
Dope shoes.
Good golf balls. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Their golf section is popping over here in Tacoma. I was like, is this a golf store?
Man, they just wait for the patents to run out on everything and just duplicate it, right? That's like their thing.
Oh, so, is that how they do it?
I think that's how they do it.
No shit. I didn't know that. You learn something new every Wired and Wednesday.
But I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing.
His name is Josh Saenger. We're here, right here, Wired and Wednesday. Kirkland is style jacking motherfuckers.
Yeah. I'm a chicken bake guy. I'll eat the chicken bake anytime it's presented.
Never.
But I don't have a card.
What?
So next time you go, send a chicken bake. Man, why do 2 people don't really need a Costco card?
I got a Costco card.
I mean, maybe give one of those away next time instead of headphones. I'll tune in.
Holy shit. Yo, I'm buying you a Costco. It's like $35 for the year or something stupid like that. I'm buying you a Costco card. That is my Mother's Day gift to you.
I'm not saying it's out of the budget.
Dude, you out here talking to all these one-eyed cats all day. You work hard. I'm going to buy you a Costco card.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
I'm chucking the dub in mine.
Man, if you do that on
my Costco card,
I'll have you over some whiskey light and Jameson Light.
Dude.
Hey, if you want to actually come drink some Jameson at the unopened venue sometime.
Count me in. I would love to do it. That sounds like an amazing time.
And sleep in a hotel room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because once it gets flowing, yeah.
Dude, hell yeah. The lady and I'll come down there. We'll just put the baby to sleep, and then we can get pre-baby drunk.
Yeah, you can put a monitor up in the room.
Hell yeah. We'll just put Grinch up there.
Yeah.
Go to bed. Go to bed, man. Go to bed.
You ever held the baby?
No, he's never held a baby. I don't know if he's ever held a baby. I'd never held a baby-ass baby until I had a baby-ass baby. And when I was in the hospital, I was like,
It's frightening.
Yeah, and then you realize they're like completely fucking malleable.
For sure.
You just don't want to shake them, you know?
Did you know, a lot of parents, they have that early, like, I had a baby. When you get past the point of being scared that your baby's you drop your baby's just gonna fall over. Like, that's what I think the whole time. I'm like, when I'm around actual babies,
that baby's gonna eat shit.
You're like, your baby's falling off the deck.
Oh yeah, I'm on high alert all the time because he's crawling now. Like, that little guy would march straight into a wood chipper if I let him. Like, he fucking. Yeah, I'm on high alert.
Yeah, you got to do your wood chipping away from the house now.
Yeah, no, I don't chip wood no more. No, now that I have the baby, I don't chip no wood no more.
Yeah.
I don't know what accent that is, but that's my wood chipping accent. Yeah, it definitely. Melly brought up a thing last week. She's like, I think it was off stream, but she's like, I want to start a business where I bring over my kid to like all these rich people's houses that are about to have a kid, and charge by the room, and my kid will just fuck your room up and show you everything you need to like baby proof. Like, he'll just find every possible thing that he can like kill himself on. And you can go ahead and just like, I'll just walk behind him with a like fucking marker and just mark off everything. And then you can just pay me by room. And my kid will just come and fuck your house up and like, which is kind of a genius idea.
Yeah, but you only got a couple years for your business to really flourish. You got to work your baby to the bone.
Well, so I said the same thing. And she's like, I got a whole network of babies. Like, because by the time her baby's too old, my baby's going to be just prime for fucking shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then, you cut the baby in, of course. You got to cut the baby in with a little, small amount of the profits. So, you can have some baba and whatnot.
Extra Go-Gurt. Extra. I like that. Yeah. See, I'd be okay with running this business without having to.
It's not child labor, it's just working children. It's different. It's completely fucking different.
You still have to be there.
Yeah, they're supervised. It's not like they're just, they just pulled up in a smart car.
Yeah. You don't actually let them pull the drawer open and spill the knives out.
That's such a cartoon imagery. Do you have a drawer full of knives at your house?
No.
Okay, all right.
Rich people do.
Rich people definitely have a drawer full of knives. It's right above the money drawer.
I don't even have a Costco card. We only got one good knife.
And it's dull as shit.
It's dull. Yeah, it doesn't necessitate a full drawer. Yeah, your baby probably could barely even fuck itself up with this knife.
Well, they do always say that a dull knife is the most dangerous knife. Because you put in all this extra work to, cut the fucking whatever you're cutting, the tomato, right? You're just pushing your way through it pretty much. And you're like, and then it slips, but it actually cuts your finger off instead. It's like, I don't cut tomatoes, but I cut index fingers really well.
I always feel like when you use an adult knife and you slip and it hits your skin, it doesn't really do anything.
That's time. Well, you do one of two things. You get a new knife, if or you get a knife sharpener,
which I have.
Which I have, but I don't use. Do you have like a steel, or do you have like one of the little drag through joints?
Yeah, the thing that's in the block.
Oh,
Does that work?
I don't think so. Clearly not.
And I'm glad however many people that are tuned in, they're learning something about cutlery that they didn't know.
It's important to know. Keep your knives sharp. Don't put them in a drawer because babies could pull them down and rain knives down on them.
Yep.
And if you got a good knife, I mean, you kind of want to flex on a bitch, right? So you want that shit stuck to the wall. You get the little magnet thing. It's just the goink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Good call.
Should we
Good
give some
call.
headphones away?
Yeah.
All right, Colin. If you haven't, anyone in the chat right now, if you haven't entered the raffle, if you are subbed to this channel, you should. If you aren't subbed to this channel, you should go ahead and do so now, and then you can hit exclamation raffle, and it enters yourself into a raffle to win a pair of Astro A10 headphones. The chances of you winning them are quite significant considering there's not a lot of people in here today. So fuck around, win some headphones. But let's put the fucking timer on this bitch. Kimber's in. Here we are. Comprehension is a virtue. Got the fingers crossed. I've only seen a few entries. Very high chance. Let's go ahead and put the timer. Let's put the minute timer on this thing and see what happens. Is going on for subscribers. It says it's going on, but when will it say it's not going on? So I'm reading this chat and you're like, what the fuck is this guy talking about right now?
It's, I thought more people would tune in. We said a lot of important stuff.
Yeah, well, you snooze, you lose, but it's always here for people to reference later. So they can come check it out later.
Cinco de Mayo, people are out.
People are out drinking, eating chips and salsa, drinking way too many margaritas.
Yep.
Which means tomorrow everyone's going to feel like shit. I'm making margaritas later. That's for goddamn sure.
Hey, you know where we're going? We're going straight to Garibaldi's.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's, it's a class. I don't know what it used to be called, but you've been there many a time.
But they don't have by your spot, when my studio used to be right by your apartment, the fucking Azteca right there on pretty much John and Denny. Or no, First and John.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they used to have a karaoke night, which I think was Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Whoo, boy. Your boy used to get fucking slap house in that bitch.
I mean, they still have karaoke. Well, they did have karaoke. And then Hula Hula was across the street.
Hula Hula was across the street.
Good karaoke there.
Yeah, I never went to Hula Hula. I just went to the Azteca. Oh, shit. Miss Voodoo has won a pair of Astro A10 headphones.
What do those look like?
Like this, kind of.
Oh, wow.
A little smaller. Less bells and whistles, but yeah, shout outs to all the great people at Astro. Shout outs to fucking Sarah Dope for continuously helping us do this every Wednesday and providing you guys with these headphones, because without Sarah Dope, there ain't no goddamn headphones. So let's be serious about this. It's not, I got nothing to do with it. This is Sarah Dope's Wired in Wednesday. This might as well be Sarah Dope's Twitch channel, because I wouldn't have this shit if it wasn't for Sarah Dope. And she's in here, which is why I'm sucking her lady dick.
How's she doing these days? Good?
I would say Sarah's doing good, but at the same time, there's a lot of stuff going on in this country that has Sarah pretty stressed out. But I love you, Sarah, and thank you for all that you do over here. And it's not just me that appreciates it. It's all of these motherfuckers. And Miss Voodoo better appreciate your ass, because you just got some motherfucking headphones from the whole damn thing. Shout outs to AC Smith gifting out a subscription to G Wholesome. You are appreciated. Josh, before we end the stream, we have a playlist that we do every week called the Greaves Cantina Jukebox. I don't know why I needed to think about that, but we ask a guest every time to pick a song, and I don't even know what the song you picked is. I never know because Colin does it all, and then that way when I ask the question, it is truly me asking you what fucking song you picked. What song did you pick and why?
I picked a new song by my man Anthony Danza featuring Steffo.
Oh shit.
How You Feel? Man, you know.
Oh, we gotta get Anthony Danza on here. Holy shit.
Man, I'll be slapping ADs like.
He's sick. He really did something with that 80s vibe.
Yeah, his cocaine rap 80s vibe sample, just
Fuzzy Kangol, fucking old Beamers. Like, he leaned into the aesthetic so hard. It was amazing.
And this album just came out, and yeah, gotta show some local love to AD. So
that's awesome. Absolutely. I'm gonna call him after this and try to get him on Wired and Wednesday, because what a cool motherfucker. I never really knew him all that well. I know that Grinch has known him for a long time. His name was always coming up in the Seattle scene. But I brought Raz Simone on tour with me in Europe, and he brought a lot of his Black Umbrella crew with him, and he brought people that to this day I've stayed in touch with, which have, the two significant people would be Anthony Danza and King Lee's.
Yeah.
And I actually have a song with King Lee's that is super fucking dope that I haven't released yet, but I should. It's been on ice for like a year. I should just release that motherfucker. It's really good. It's called Castle Lights, so keep your fucking eyes out for that one. But Anthony Danza has been like, he's reached out asking questions as he built up this whole new thing that he was doing. And he built up that kind of 80s cocaine aesthetic, which is like, he's doing it so fucking well. It sounds corny when I'm like 80s cocaine aesthetic. Like, not that he's like blowing coke or whatever like that. He's created this character of like this like 80s like street dude, and it's fucking amazing. And the music is so on point, and talented producer, super talented producer, because he's behind the boards.
It sounds like, when you think 80s, you might think Rick Ross type of shit.
Hell yeah.
It's like it got flavor, and it just makes you feel like you should be in Miami with the top down.
In the 80s, though, because the Rick Ross shit like pays homage to that idea, but it's very modern, right? With the Hit Squad or whoever they're using. A lot of Seattle dudes, actually, that made a lot of those like first Maybach music shit was whatever the hit was. It the Hit Squad? Budo knew all those dudes, and they were Seattle guys that did those like first like quintessential fucking yacht rock, fucking yacht rap shit. For those were dope ass beats. But yeah, it's very like a time machine with him. He's really captured that 80s sound. I think he's really spending the money to use like analog gear and like early digital synthesis. Like, their 60s, 70s synthesizers were very like gritty and analog, and then the 80s everything was like, but we can make it sound like a piano, and it sounded awful. and which is why a lot of people turn away from that sound, that 80s sound. But he's like captured it and turned it into this really dope thing. So
yeah, man, I fuck with him. So
tight. That's sick.
That's why we chose it.
Tight. I think I might know who Shayna's gonna pick next week. Initials would be WJ. From Tacoma.
I know who she picked.
Oh, you know who she picked. See, I don't know.
She told me.
All right. Damn, no Will Jordan, Shayna?
Her ass is always listening to Will Jordan.
Hey, hell yeah. That's tight. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Well, Josh, thank you for coming on. I appreciate the time. I
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
the knowledge. I can't wait to see the new crocodile. I can't wait to see everything that's going on there. If people just tuned in, this is my homie Josh, Seattle, Washington. He works for the Crocodile. Number one venue.
An open venue. Yeah, no, we will be.
Hell
There's
yeah.
there's no doubt. So.
I can't wait to see the level up, the progression. I can't wait. I'm so fucking excited. When things go back to normal and tours are happening again and fans are coming out, what a fucking place to be. That's going to be fucking amazing. So thanks for sharing everything. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. This has been Wired in Wednesday. We'll be back on Monday for happy hour. We're going to do some rum shit on Monday. I think we're making Mai Tais on Monday. So eat before you join the stream, because those drinks will fuck you up. I don't know if you ever flown to Hawaii and drinking the complimentary Mai Tais they give you on Hawaiian Airlines, but you end up stepping off the plane pretty saucy. And those are the worst Mai Tais you'll ever have in your life. So we're going to teach you how to make a really good one from scratch at home. Dial in on Monday for happy hour. We'll be back next Wednesday as well for Wired in Wednesday with Shayna, who's probably just on the other side of your camera right now staring at you.
No, she's out.
She's not here?
She's working.
Shit. She's out bringing home the bacon. So we'll be talking with Shayna next week. Once again, Josh, thanks for coming through. This is Wired in Wednesday. Catch y'all next week. Peace the fuck out.